YouTube? It's your boy Jarrell coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk, and I'm gonna hit you with two videos back to back tonight. The first video I want to talk about George Groves, the super middleweight contender who has a rematch with Carl Froch later on this year in May. After their first fight, which was controversially stopped in the ninth round of a fight that Groves was clearly dominating. He dropped Froch in the first round. But I want to talk about, can he duplicate that first performance and can he complete it? Because we all know that he was well on his way, headed to a well-earned, impressive unanimous decision victory over Carl Froch before the ninth round came around. In that ninth round, he was hurt by Froch badly, but he was fighting back. But the referee felt that he was taking, too much punishment. It wasn't answering back, and he stopped the fight. He robbed Groves, in my opinion, of a potential victory, and he robbed Froch, like I said in the video when I was talking about it being made a month or two ago, of a clean KO victory. I think Groves can duplicate and complete what he started in the first fight, but he has to be in tip-top condition, physically and mentally. He's trash talking Carl Froch, saying he has no chance, saying Carl Froch knows he has no chance in this rematch. I know he's confident, and why shouldn't he be? He dominated the first fight up until the shaky stoppage by the referee. He dropped him hard in the first round. He hurt him numerous times in the fight. He outboxed him. He outfought him. He did pretty much what he wanted to do in that first fight with Carl Froch. Carl Froch, said that he overlooked him and was looking towards, I guess, a potential rematch with Ward or fight with Chavez Jr. or whatever his excuses was. And he just said it was a bad night. But I don't think you can just mark that off as a bad night. If you look at Carl Froch's career, he's fought John Pascal, Jermaine Taylor, Andre Durrell, Arthur Abraham, Lucian Bute, Andre Ward, Mikael Kessler twice, Glenn Johnson, Yusuf Mack. He fought tough elite fighters. He's won majority of those fights, but he's been in some wars with Kessler, Pascal, and he took his fight with Durrell was good. He took punishment in that fight. He was hurt in that fight. And then in his fight with Ward, he was completely outboxed and beaten. And I think he's starting to go downhill just a little bit. I'm not going to say he's a shot fighter or he's past his prime, but he's closer to out of his prime than he is, in his prime. We all know what he brings. He brings excitement, hard toughness, a great chin, and very good power. He's always involved in exciting fights, except this one with Ward because he was outclassed in that fight. And surprisingly, he was outclassed against George Groves, a guy that he was supposed to just walk through. His experience was supposed to be too much for Groves to overcome, along with Carl's physical abilities. But Groves proved that he's a talented top 168-pound contender that you have to respect, and you have to be on your A game or you will be beaten. For this rematch, I look for Groves to continue on what he did in the first fight, but he has to be sharper. He has to be in tip-top condition, like I said, to finish this thing, because it's a 12-round fight. It's a marathon, not a sprint, so he has to pace himself early, get that second win around the 7th and 8th rounds, and go from there. Stick to the game plan, and don't try to, do what you did in the first fight, but do it better, and just focus in and preserve your energy for the later rounds, which you will need, because Carl Froch comes on strong, and once he's coming, he's hard to stop. But I think Carl Froch will come in better prepared mentally, physically, and emotionally to fight George Groves, because he knows what he's going up against. George Groves' power is real, and Carl Froch has to attest for that. He has to be ready for what George Groves will bring, and vice versa. But I just wanted to make a video and give that fight some love, because that's a fight I'm looking forward to. It will take place on HBO, and it will be a Fight of the Year candidate. George Groves, in my opinion, should be a favorite. He totally outclassed Carl Froch up into that ninth round. But those are just my thoughts on if George Groves can duplicate and complete what he started in the first fight, and what he needs to do to make sure that gets done. But like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Like us on Facebook at Colossal Boxing Talk. Also follow us on Twitter at Colossal CBT. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.